Are we in? Welcome to the Age of Darkness live. Myself, Chris, the channel operator, and his friend.
I'm the controller.
His friend, the controller, and myself, Lewis. And my channel is the I forgot my own channel.
The Inner Truth.
The Inner Truth. So yeah.
Yes. It's the Inner Truth. Welcome everybody. We weren't going to be doing a live stream, but
it's only a few people on here.
I thought, look at it, let's have a live stream. Let's see how much. Let's go into the chat. Is it this? I think it's that accurate. That. Let's see how many people.
It's only saying 3 people I can see so far.
Better turn my volume down before you get a wee. Do you hear something there? It's like a squeak.
Maybe it was
you're
my leg.
looking very smart. You're looking very smart tonight.
Yeah, dinner date. Yeah.
Somewhere?
Dinner date, mate. Dinner dates aren't bad. I better not say it too loud.
Dinner date.
You can't do another live stream. You can't do another live stream. I did promise her to chill tonight. I better not say too much. She might be watching. Whoop. Never mind. Hang on, let me just bring my huge microphone into the shot.
Yours may be bigger, but mine is louder.
Oh, goodness.
Craig, if you're in, my friend, I'll post the link in the chat. It's there. Join us if you want.
Hi there from S. Wales. S. Wales. Who's Mike Knapp?
I think he's one of my new subscribers. I think I got a new subscriber.
Good evening. Good evening, Mike.
Good evening, Mike.
South Wales, from South Wales, sorry. I don't know why I said S. Wales. South Wales.
Hi, Az is my new subscriber. Thank you for subscribing to me, by the way. I really appreciate that. Because YouTube's been naughty this weather and taking people's subscribers. There's Craig, the honeybee master.
Dobby sock! Dobby sock! Dobby, put your sock back on!
Evening.
The honeybee master.
Oh, I got him.
I see you, mate. I haven't watched the second video though. I was going to watch it earlier, and I just got completely sidetracked with loads of stuff going on. Go on.
We're not very good at filming.
I was worried about it.
I just see bees everywhere. Your missus is like, "Oh no, screw this. I'm going." Put the camera down, like all wonky. It's like that's when you notice.
It was like a film earthquake, wasn't it? It was shaking about because you were stung.
Yeah.
It was worse. It was worse the following day because I was hoping to keep the hive in the garden at the very bottom, and I said to my missus, "I was like, they won't harm you if you go near them. They'll sort of, you pester them." And anyway, so we sat out in the garden, and literally she sat on the bench next to me, and she just literally jumped up, sort of run up the garden and scream. I was like, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "There's one in my hair. There's one there." She's running around the house screaming. I was like, "Oh my God." So that same night I had to move them up into the field and they went in. But yeah, so it was pretty cool.
I mean, I love my gardening, right? I do like planting flowers and stuff like that. See, honeybees and bees themselves, like bumblebees and honeybees, I'm not afraid for them at all because they'll only attack you.
No, they're not.
Doing about you. It's the bloody wasps that I don't like.
Yeah,
I got that wasp nest.
Yeah,
I got the wasp nest the other day. I taken it out the shed, put it in a bag, and put it in the bin.
Yeah, I was going to work once, and I literally had the window down of the truck, and I had my hand. I was a passenger, so I had my arm on it, and I was going along, and I said to the guy who was driving, like, I was like, I felt something stab me in the back. I was like, oh, something just stabbed me or bit me, and he's like, no way, shut up. So I swear to God, something just bit me. He's like, no. So I got to the job that we was going to, and I was like, I lift up my shirt, and he's like, oh my God, you got a massive red mark. And I was like, yeah, I told you. He's like, yeah. Anyway, I started like literally I was working away, and all of a sudden something got me down the back of my leg. I was like, ah! I literally grabbed it, but I squeezed my jeans at the same time and crushed it in my, and I literally, it was a wasp. It had gone in me, stung my back, dropped down, obviously went in my so-called ass crack, and then went down the back of my leg and stung me twice. Yeah, bad, man. It's like, yeah. But
you ever seen the big hornets?
Oh, I've been chased by a few of them.
Yeah.
I've been chased by them. Wherever we are, there's loads of them, mate. Go on.
Yeah.
It's too many.
I seen they were cutting down a tree. I seen a tree getting cut down one day. near me, and it was like a hollow dead tree,
Mm.
and it fell over. And the guy's like, come here and see this, come here and see this. And he opened the bark up, and there was these big things with wings up.
Yeah, no, I've only ever seen one hornet, but I think Merlin's in the chat, and if he can join in, he'll
I gave him the link.
Yeah,
I've set the link in the chat. All you need to do is click on that, put the earphones on.
He was the one who was filming me today, laughing.
I've had a thing with like wasps and that in my life. I had one underneath my pillow when I was going to bed one night. I was only probably about 7 or 8 years old. This thing was buzzing and it absolutely scared the crap out of me. And then there was another one. I went to go loo in about probably midnight. I was sitting on the toilet and my dad had one of these sort of it was like do you know, like these wooden sort of, what do you call them? I can't even think. Where the wood sort of all thingy together. It's
like tongue groove.
Like them chairs you get, you know, where the wood's all like thingy together. But this was like a flat piece.
You talking about a wicker basket? You talking about?
Yeah, but it was like a wicker. It was like a wicker design sort of piece of like fern. It was art.
Aye.
Yeah, and it was like hanging up on the wall in the bathroom.
I know. Aye.
And I'm sitting there trying to go. I'm sitting there trying to go loo, and I just hear a buzzing noise, and then this thing just started flying around the room. Oh, camera's gone. Flying around the room. I literally crapped myself, and when I got in bed, I just kept hearing it buzzing. Like even though it was gone, my head was just it scared the crap out of me.
That's the same as what my missus said. She said she could hear that buzz all day because it got stuck in her hair, and I couldn't find it. But it was like, and I was like, yeah, nightmare. But yeah, the bees had to go up the field, unfortunately. But
it's the spiders that go for me.
Oh, I don't like spiders either. I can't stick spiders or rats. I hate rats as well.
Merlin, get your bum out. Sam,
come in.
I can Merlin. Come on, my friend.
That's my missus.
Nice.
That is. Yeah.
Get your bum out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm about at the shed. Buddy and me are on walkabouts. Hatchy. Who is Hatchy? I'm getting confused with who it is.
Just before I came online, I read on there about they were saying that, I don't know if you've probably heard this before, but like they reckon that it was a meteor strike that actually wiped out like the dinosaur population, like 70% of back and whenever it was. Do you know what I mean? I was like, wow. Yeah. That's what they reckon it caused. Yeah.
Would make sense considering there's some massive what do you call them, crash sites? So I'll say meteor crash sites.
Here he comes, your brother.
That's right, he's gone. There he is. There's the film star. He's a bit dark there, Dan.
Yeah, electric's gone.
Pay your bill.
No, I had a job to get in
because I
didn't have the Safari set up for the mic and that.
Oh yeah.
But I sorted it out now.
Ideal. Yeah. So I was just talking about the bee videos that we was on with.
It's a bit of fun, isn't it?
Yeah, you're my photographer, but you're not very good, or should I say your film crew? But
I try my best.
Yeah, you done all right.
Hey, yeah. I'd be running away too if there was hundreds of thousands of bees in front of me, buzzing about. You should get him a suit, because then he'll stand closer to you.
Yeah, I should have done with a suit today.
You need it.
I do, really.
Yeah. What's that for? Why? Yeah.
So what do you all think of the face masks you have to wear now then on public transport?
Stupid, isn't it?
I'll never wear them.
Mate.
I've got a
it's supposed to be bad for you, isn't it?
Transport.
Yeah, it is.
What are you trying to do?
It's definitely bad for you.
What's I see? It's bad for breathing in your own breath all the time.
Yeah. I was going to say there's someone put on their on the front of their shop. It says like if you're wearing a face mask, you're not welcome. Do not enter the shop wearing a face mask. You know this.
Yeah, just avoid them.
But it can help.
And what do you think?
I don't got a mask and you can go and rob someone, kind of thing, you know. And they won't see your true face. So it's not really that good in a way.
Yeah. Plus all the CCTV facial recognition won't work.
I said I think to Lewis, they're actually got to be going after people now and finding them now if they speak or shout too loudly to see if they spread the virus.
Oh yeah, most of you probably got on your phone, or if you've looked on your phone, if you're going to Google services, they've already pre-downloaded the COVID app for you.
Wow.
Without you even.
I deleted mine today.
It's in.
That's crazy.
If you go settings and then go into Google, it's right at the top.
I got a story. I got a story for you. Dan, I went to look at a job the other day because I'm self-employed, and I met a guy. And normally when you meet people, you can sort of work them out pretty quick. And I was just chatting to him about bits and pieces about the whole situation that we're in, etc. And he said back in 2007, when he bought his first computer, I mean, this guy's got like 3 or 4 homes where I live, so he's got quite a bit of money. He's no need to lie or And he said that he was. He went on his computer and he's just looked at conspiracy stuff and this, that, and the other. And he said he's seen stuff that like frightened him a little bit. So he said, I rang my sister. And he said, I got the phone. And I just literally rang her up and I said, you ain't gonna believe what I just read on the internet. This is what the government are trying to do, etc., etc. And he said, he just told her what it was all about, etc. And then he hung up. And he said, within about 30 seconds, my phone rang. He said, I picked it up. And I was like, hello. And they went, oh, your phone line's fixed now. In like a military voice. He said, pardon? He said, your phone line's fixed now, so you can talk about what you want. Okay? Like that to him, then just drop the phone. He said it was almost like I was listened to. They knew what I was talking about. He said, and ever since that day, he's absolutely shit him up from like. And he said, I'm no joke. He said it just frightened me, man. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
It's crazy, yeah. Yeah, they are listening.
Don't say anything.
Don't say anything. Don't say anything too.
No, I know what you mean.
They don't like. They just start doing all sorts of stuff.
Nah, they don't like if you mention certain things, like you know what I mean.
Yeah.
We like to talk about that, but I just don't know.
I was gonna say I find it when I
really don't.
I was gonna say I find it when I post things on Facebook that they don't like. All of a sudden, like things just start happening. I don't need to explain ones. Like I need to just keep my mouth shut.
Yeah.
Just need.
I don't use it. Probably get in trouble all the time.
That's the trouble with it, isn't it? Yeah. What was I going to say to you, Dan? About the alien story, or about the story that you said about the Area 51, or the Nevada desert.
Some of the underground bases and that.
Yeah, you want to tell him that story? You told me.
I follow on. It's an app called Mysterious Universe. He's a writer.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And the only reason he got into it is he was driving through Area 51. There's a famous highway there. I forget the name of it. Is it not Route 66? Is it?
66. Route 66.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was driving through there and he pulled in a lay-by, dozed off for a few hours and early hours in the morning. And he was woke up by like a load of teens banging at his window of his truck saying, "Let me in." And he like startled. It didn't feel right for him. It felt awkward. Like nothing seemed quite right as it seemed. And he carried a knife on him. He showed his knife like to say like go away. And one of them pushed his hand against his truck, but his whole truck lifted off the ground. It said just completely freaked him out. He floored it. And he hit the gas. He was going like 35 miles an hour, and the teen that was wearing his hoodie up was literally right outside his window, still chasing him. And he said ever since then, it made him think, what's going on? What is happening down on the ground? Is it an underground base they was created in?
But the other thing that you were saying is that like
makes you wonder what's going on.
That is a.
But the guy explained that. He explained it as well as like they looked like humans. It wasn't as if it looked like an alien as we would like humans.
Describe it, but it made him like it just they didn't look normal. Nothing seemed right about the whole situation.
It like almost like they looked right through him. He was like sort of saying, wasn't he? It's crazy, but to run 30 miles an hour beside a truck.
Faster, like 35. He could already.
Have you ever heard?
I knew.
He just.
Who was this? Who see this? Who was it?
It's an app. It's called Mysterious Universe. You get it on your phone, and he's the actual one that writes stories in it. Yeah. It's on Android.
Oh, downloaded it now.
Because
mysterious.
I was just thinking that because that actually reminds me.
About it, apparently, he said.
That does remind me. I know this is a bit far out. It does remind me of a film called The Signal. I don't know if you've ever watched it. I don't really watch films. It's called The Signal.
No, I haven't seen that one.
and it's about these
Do you
people
know, I
in
was just
Area
thinking about
51,
that.
funny enough. And
Yeah.
the guy can run proper fast,
That's
but
right.
he might be just made it up. But nah, if
It
he's
makes you
saying
wonder, doesn't it?
if he's saying he's seen something like that, oh, that did happen, then fair enough. But there was
Yeah,
nothing
yeah,
about
well,
pushing a
I-
car, or something like that. I
I
don't
can't
think
say
there's.
it did. I don't believe it until I see it, but you just don't
That's
know.
the same as me. We've also got, I said before in your comments that we had a family member who worked over the airbase where we are, and they're actually, it's called Nuki Airport, and they're actually turning it into to launch shuttles down, aren't they, for space. They're turning it into that, and now it's going to be like a new spaceport.
Oh really? Crazy.
Yeah, right, literally on our doorstep. And
I have that.
That's brilliant.
we had a relation work there, and he was like head of cooking. But he wasn't like obviously in the military, but it was a military base then. But he was just in charge of like looking after soldiers. He said to us, and I'll never forget, he always says to us, he said, "You wouldn't believe what goes on." He said, "I can't say," he said, "but there's more underground than there is above." He said, and like that's from like a proper good source. And yeah, now it's all of a sudden becoming a spaceport, and do you know what I mean? It just makes you think like, what is going on?
Yeah, to make you feel. There's that guy Philip Snyder or whatever it was.
Look at Denver.
That apparently knew about all these different bases and stuff, and he got murdered. It might well have been murdered, and I can't. It was clearly murdered, but whether what he said was true. But there's like tunnels underground that go from like the UK to the US and stuff like that to the underground bases and that. They've literally like made huge tunnels. Wouldn't surprise me.
No,
because they got the technology. They got the technology to laser
Airport.
the rock through.
Well, you tell me this.
I mean, Denver
linked
International
into the
Airport's
Black
quite
Eyed Children
interesting.
and that as well.
Yeah, definitely.
That's right. I feel about that.
When you got like
There's quite a lot of stories about the Black Eyed Children as well, isn't there?
Yes.
When you got that airport I'm on talking about though, so like the so-called military is supposed to have pulled out like 3 or 4 years ago, but like even if you drove over there today, there's still armed guards on the gate, like guns. Like so, you're telling me that it's not a it's got to be something there. Why would there be armed guards on the gate if it's just an ordinary airport for people flying from here to London or I think short holidays?
It was the sheer amount.
Exactly.
It was the sheer amount of dirt that they removed for the tunnels underneath that got people. I mean, you've got to remember the airport is on a flat landscape. There's no hills, there's nothing like that. And they removed billions of tons.
Well, I think my bike's playing up.
Underneath it. Underneath that airport. So what is there?
This is it. Yeah, I think there's a lot more that's led on, Chris, in any airport, I think. I just don't think it's just... I don't think it's an ordinary airport, e.g. Heathrow, or I don't know where your local airport is, but where we are, there's a lot more. I mean, like I said to you, there's no way there's armed guards on a gate to an ordinary airport.
Yeah.
And even though it's so-called military's pulled out, but yet we've got so many military planes flying in and out now. I mean, Dan, obviously, or Merlin as you call him, was only there the other day, and there's a massive, great military aircraft, and it's like, what? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I was going to say there's another place in the UK. I can't remember what it's called. Billington something. I think it's Billington. I can't remember the name of it. But it's the place they've got all the spying equipment. I'd say this.
Okay.
Them sort
GCHQ.
Oh, he's gone.
Oh, he's legged it.
Oh, I think he's...
He kept cutting off and coming back on.
I know what it is. His boy loves the
Xbox.
Yeah, how is it?
The place you're talking about is called GCHQ.
They've got the big domes and all that. There's loads.
Yes,
is it called GCHQ?
GCHQ.
And if
you know why I know that?
Why is that? Because
my uncle. Because I've got relations at work there. I better watch what I'm saying because I was telling them. You know what I'm saying.
If you follow that base or that place operations center directly underground all the way down to the other side of the earth, there's an identical unit that's been built, and that's in Australia.
Crazy.
It's like connected via something to do with the Earth's the points on the Earth where it can connect. I don't know what it is. Like a battery, or, you know what I mean? Like a magnet. It's got two. But I don't know how it works, but somehow it's connected, and it's directly below. If you put the globe and obviously work out where it is, it's just funny how they both are spot on in the identical position, because you can put the coordinates in and mathematically like work it out, and you'll see the base the other side. So it's just weird. And this has been there for years. So they've obviously known about sort of these technologies have been able to communicate further distances or whatever. I think it's something to do with that. But what was you saying about underground systems and that? Yeah, there must be loads of them. I know there's one in central London. There's a huge one, isn't there? Like an old. I've actually been in the Churchill's underground base. I was taken when I was only about 8 years old. I was taken with the school because my mate's dad was like linked in with the Parliament, or he knew the Parliament, or he worked for him or something like that. And they took us for a tour around some of this stuff, the facilities and that. But yeah. Didn't see. I can't really. It's quite vague in my mind of what I see, but it was. I was only young, so I can't really remember a lot. But I know that it was. There was like tunnels going to like different places, and there was a tunnel that led to the Houses of Parliament as well. We walked through the House. I walked through the House of Parliament, and I see where they all sit, and the big green chairs and all that sort of fancy stuff, and all the microphones hanging down. I got to see that. Something that I'd like never really think of even going and seeing that. But when I was younger, just got taken there. I didn't even know where it was, what it was. Didn't know nothing about politics when I was younger, you know. Just
hey guys in the chat. Hey guys in the chat. I've posted a link to Lewis's channel. Could you please go and subscribe to him, please?
Yeah, cheers. Right, one second. I'm just going to get my drink.
Yeah, Merlin just messaged me saying his battery went.
1 sec.
Schoolboy error, eh?
He can come on again. He can come on any time at lunch, you know.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just gonna.
I've got a guest on Monday.
Okay, who's that? Who's it?
She's a quite a big YouTuber. Well, she's got 500 subscribers, but she takes pictures of the moon. I'll just fun her.
Yeah, she absolutely smashed it the other day, didn't she? Yesterday, she got a photo of the moon, and this is the best. This is probably one of the best pictures I've seen. But he's already posted it on his thing, but there was this what looks like a what do you call it, a crater, but it's not a crater, because when you look here, you can see it's an entrance, and on the edge of it, there's like a building and like a platform. It's crazy. It's something that looks like out of Star Trek, mate. Or Star Wars. It's honestly, it's amazing. And when you can see it clear as day. She got the picture perfect.
Wow.
Got to watch the video, mate. And I put on there, if you look in the comments,
her name is Cindy Luhu.
You'll see
where's the video to?
Actually, I'm going to show you. Actually, I'm going to get the video up and show you.
I'm just about to post her channel. Her name is Cindy Luhu.
Oh yeah, she sent me here just now. Like that. Yeah.
Absolutely amazing channel she's got.
I've never seen it. There's a guy called Bruce Bruce sees all, and he's posting some fantastic stuff. You can see on his videos UFOs taking off from the surface and stuff. Because he's zoomed so close into the moon, like
right.
Yeah. But I'm going to show you this quickly. It's 1 minute.
I've seen your because I missed Doom's live stream, and I've seen your footage of you showing the lights. I was like, what the hell, man? That's crazy.
She's got lights as well in this one, but these ones are even further over to the dark side. So it's like
that's her channel.
There must be something there.
Oh, okay.
I'm just going to put my screen on share quickly. Just want to show you this 2 second.
I have to keep clicking the bottom of the screen, so I see a little thing like it says chat and I have to keep clicking to see who's wrote something. So it's crazy. But is there a way of like having the chat at the bottom, or is it just?
You have to basically open another YouTube channel like this one. Then you just communicate through there. But then you can see yourself talking, and it's quite off-putting. But
yeah, I've got you.
It kind of gets confusing.
It's different for me because I'm controlling everything. I can do anything I want. It's me that's moving all these images up. Well, he's sharing it, but I've got to move stuff up in that.
Look at this though. That 2 minutes 36. I can't remember what it is. This. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
Right, there's a platform there, right on the edge of this entrance to this crater, or we would say a crater. It's an entrance and then there's something in the center of it as well. Or maybe it's not. Maybe it's a massive antenna. Maybe it's just like it looks like an entrance, but maybe it's some kind of like antenna system with like a dish which you've got on Earth, same thing, like pointing up towards wherever.
That's huge. That's massive.
It is. Yeah.
That crater's probably about 100 miles wide.
When I see it, I was like, look, you can see it. This looks so. It's so man-made. It's all man-made art, whatever, alien-made, whatever. And then she points out there's a few other little things over here and all. But yeah, if you check her channel out, she's got some fantastic footage. What I do whenever I get images of the moon like this, because it's the bottom side of the moon, I flip them upside down so like you can see. And let me just show you this bit at the end where she caught this. This is crazy. This is what Chris posted. Not only have you got all these little objects here, but this here, this is the topping on the cake, mate.
Wow! Look at that.
It's unreal. Look, it's on the dark side. Look, it's on the dark side.
Yeah.
You never see anything like that. I've never seen anything like that.
It's almost like stuff's falling off the moon.
Just see that, look, two lights there, and these things. If you watch it, they start flickering. I don't know if it's because of her camera or maybe it's the sun or whatever. If I fast forward it just a little bit till she starts playing it, she goes, "Watch this." Where is it? Oh, it might be coming up here. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, look, you can see it's kind of like.
Yeah.
There's some like red lights coming off, but I don't know if that could just be just the sun's reflection. I don't know. It's weird.
Again, it's like a big triangle, isn't it?
It's huge. Yeah, that's the thing with these cameras, the P1000, which is using. I'm using the P900 for mine. With the P1000, even with the P900, you can get good quality photos, but you've got to get the right picture at the right time, and it's all about the atmosphere. Because if it's cold out, or you just get a nice little pocket where there's no distortion in light, you can get a really crisp quality photo, and you can see all sorts of stuff. So anyway, let me go back to this, and that's it. We're back in the room.
Crazy that is.
Yeah,
it's surprising what you can see. But like I said before, with the naked eye, you can just go outside now and see activity. Yeah, do you know what I mean, it's just crazy. But I don't know.
Yeah, it does make you wonder what they're doing up there.
She does the infrared as well, doesn't she? Infrared.
Oh, that's right.
What she needs to get really is what I'd love to have myself, a telescope, a good sized telescope with an infrared camera onto it. Do you know what I mean? Then if you're looking at the moon and you're seeing it in infrared, you're going to see all sorts of stuff. But infrared cameras are flipping expensive, especially ones that are like
very expensive.
That's what I was going to say. I take it they have to attach to it, so it's mental money. I see.
Mental money is like 20,000-30,000.
No way.
What cameras are?
I ken a guy that takes wildlife photos. Okay, he's got a lens. I kid you not. It's 2 feet long, right? How much do you think it was?
Don't know.
For his Canon.
Go on.
19.5 grand.
No way.
That's a lot of money, mate.
Huge, massive. It's about 2 feet long. And he was telling me it had it custom made for this place, and it was nearly 20.
Tell Rachel or tell Merlin to put his phone on charge.
It makes you think why they put these massive this devil telescope is called something devil telescope, God knows. Is it in Alaska or somewhere really high up? I don't know where it is. Somewhere high up in the mountains, and they've built this massive like binocular looking telescope. So it's basically on a mountain. It's like really high up. I can't remember what it's called. It's something. It's saying it's got the word devil in it. That's part of the name. Someone will probably know in the comments. But this thing has got like really.
Saying something.
The moon looks a lot closer than it did 20 years ago with the naked eye. Yeah.
And also, I picked up on what Clint said the other day. He said that you can see the moon a lot earlier, and that's true here. I look up in the sky like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and you can see it. It's there.
Yeah.
It's weird, man. I don't remember that when I was a kid, but.
And the Earth, either the Earth's moved or something's happened because sunsets have changed. Like the North Star's moved as well. Just some really weird. It must be us as a planet, but I don't know. It might not be. It might be we've been flung into a different dimension, right? With all this stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? You don't know, do you? Funny how everything's changing, and books are changing, and all sorts of random stuff. Are just But
another thing, when they introduced lockdown, and it was like quite severe lockdown, I noticed that the weather was like amazing. We had the hottest May on record, pretty much. And yeah, is that to do with emissions? Is it because people was on the roads? Is they? So what do you know what I mean?
I think it's to do with them. It's probably partly to do with the emissions as well. But I think it's more. They're still flying planes around like crazy and doing all this stuff. Yeah. So, but like the skies tonight were pink because they've been putting so much stuff up there. So you don't get pink. You don't get pink skies. It's not normal. No. But
pink sky at night.
And I know what the stuff is as well, but I'm not going to go into it, man.
No.
Well, I've got a sort of understanding on it. Yeah, no, I just don't want to like stress people out. So I could say it's all the particles, nanotechnology, and it all like binds together. That's why they spray at different altitudes as well, because they've got like it's like a chemistry lab. If you put two products together, when they'll join together at the same level, but if you separate them, then when you're inhaling them, they'll join together inside of your body rather than joining together in the atmosphere. That's why you get all these spiderweb, cobweb things that look like cobwebs, but they're not. They're just strands of these biological, like nanotechnology stuff. That's what it is, mate. But, I could go on.
Yeah, I know. But like I was talking to, obviously Merlin studies a hell of a lot more in a minute. It's a shame he had to go. Well, his battery ran out, but we'll sort it out. He was saying to me that he's the same as sort of Doomy study stuff, and you, Lewis, as well. He studies and studies and studies. And he said that they can actually change, like, is it not the, what's it called? The weather stream, is it? Not the weather stream, whatever. By dropping... the jet stream. Yeah. By just dropping they drop like filings into it, and it changes the direction, etc., etc.
Aluminium.
And exactly, aluminium. It's the aluminium barium.
Crazy.
The barium salts and aluminium, and they microwave them in the atmosphere, and they can create systems, isn't it, like high pressure and low pressure systems. Obviously, the particles are so thin as well that they stay up there for a long time, so they can. That's why you will always notice before it starts heavily raining anywhere, there's always sort of like a load of chems going about, and then all of a sudden there's like loads of fronts coming forward, like because they're forcing it forward, and they're always changing the way the jet stream is. There's no reason why the weather should be coming from the north now. There's supposed to be some north Atlantic breeze or whatever it's called, blast from the north or whatever. This is absolute nonsense because the weather system should always run from west to east, and it's always been that way forever since I was growing up. It says west to east, and it always carries that way. Yeah, there might be a high pressure system that makes it change slightly or whatever, but it shouldn't be coming back from itself. It shouldn't be coming from the east and traveling to the west. That's complete nuts.
They're just dumping.
Yeah, they're just changing the whole setup.
Why?
And I showed
people don't see this, do they? People don't. It's not everyday sort of what people look into. Just what I'm saying. So. They just look out the window, think, "Oh, it's raining today," or "It's raining for like the last 6 weeks," or whatever. But it's like when you look at those fires that was going on, is it in Australia not long ago? They was burning. It's just, why didn't they do it then?
Well, they actually did in the end. They actually heated the sea. Because I can look at satellite imagery. They heated parts of the sea up to create clouds, and they forced it with some aerosol, with some injections of these to push the weather fronts across. You can see on if you want to look at it, anyone who's watching the stream, it's Zoom Zoom.earth is the website if you want to just look at the weather sort of like hour by hour, or if you look on worldview.earthdata.nasa.gov, you can see from the start of the day, and you can see the next day. But yeah, if I showed you the picture I showed Chris yesterday, I think it was on our live stream. Did I show you the weathers, all the crisscrossing and that, Steve? I mean, not Steve, Chris. Remember yesterday?
What?
When I showed you the old on that Worldview Earth Data, that satellite image, and I was like, look at this. You
showed us the storm over China.
No, but in 2010, I showed you all the crisscrossing. You see all the crisscrossing, was like it was bombarded, wasn't it, over the UK? Like
bloody thing.
So you've got to get a bit of blue tack out, mate.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's resting on the car, and I'm literally currently tiling the kitchen floor, so I've got a tile laid on the table, so I'm just resting it on there. It's working. It's just when I go to pour a drink.
So he's put, sorry guys, to the iPhone, I can't wear headphones and charge at the same time. I am not set up for it, but thanks for having me on.
Disappointment, Merlin. You better have your camera ready tomorrow when I go back in that beehive.
What you can do, Merlin, is Merlin's cat. Get yourself an adapter where you can plug it into your iPhone, and then you can charge your iPhone with one lead, and then you can plug your earphones into the other. It's like a splitter, but it uses the same signal block, so you can charge at the same time. You just got to look online for one of them. I can't remember what they're called, but it's like a charge and like charge while listening to music. iPhone adapter or something. Just put that in, and it'll bring it up. They've always got gadgets. That's why I always got my phone. I've got 3.5mm jack.
You want one of these?
And I've got a charger block as well.
Yeah.
One of them things. There we go.
For my iPad.
There you go.
It does USB. But it does my cards for my camera, but it also does charging.
Yeah,
so you can plug it into charge.
Yeah.
And plug your earphones.
Yeah. Wow.
The old technology is good, man.
I've got everything.
Well, the good thing is,
that's the second part.
Yeah, Merlin had a good view of space earlier on because we went up in the field, and he's up there helping me do the bees. And he hates bugs, really. He hates bees, even though he's got himself his own beehive now. And he's in there and he's trying to light my smoker for me. You have to smoke the bees just to calm them.
Yeah, I noticed that the other day.
So he's
what's he doing?
No, he's bent over in the field, and I'm stood behind him, and his son was there, and he was bent over, and I picked up a bit of grass, and I tickled the back of his ass cheeks. It was like, I'm not joking. His head must have been in the clouds. He went. Yeah. So I'd love to know what he's seen when he was up there.
Oh, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. You guys are all naturals. I'm not one for the limelight. I enjoy watching the show. Thanks, mate. Is that Merlin's your brother?
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
And his name is.
The two look alike.
His name is Daniel.
He's twins.
Daniel. All right.
No, we're not twins. No.
You do look alike.
I'm 35 and he's 37, I think. So he's a couple of years older than me, but yeah.
I'm 38. I'll be 39 in a couple of months.
Crikey. Nearly 40, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it doesn't matter, does it?
I don't care anyway. The world will probably be destroyed by then.
Yes.
I'm 33 in December, so I'm not that far off. I'm not.
No.
You probably think I look quite young. I'm quite young. Hopefully look young anyway. Yeah. My hair's starting to go. I'm losing. I'm receding. It's all the stuff they keep spraying. You know what? Funny you say that. Actually, I'm telling you now. This is a fact. Last night I was outside with my Geiger counter a lot because I thought, hang on a minute, there's quite a lot of stuff going on in the sky. I'm gonna record it. I actually got it on my phone. I was up to 40 millisieverts an hour, which is like really high. No, not high, but it's the normal average is around 15 to 20. Anything over 30 is like, this is like a kind of, there's something going on, and it was 40.
Wow.
And what I found is I kept finding these little particles, little shiny particles on the floor, and I was putting my Geiger counter on them, and they were ticking. So they've obviously been doing something. I don't know why they've been spraying it, but there was something. And today it rained, so it seems to calm down. But it was pinging about last night. But if it gets to sort of like 300 or 400 millisieverts, which is like nothing compared to what it was, it's still low. Yeah. Anything under 50 is just all right.
What do you think they're spraying then? What do you think they're spraying?
So it's probably like, as I was saying, like the barium, because barium's got a low, so it gives off radiation, and then there's strontium as well. But there's also gases that they spray out as well. I think I'd have to look into it because I can't remember exactly all the chemicals. No. But if you get a Hoover, and you put a bit of tissue paper on it and suck it for like, I don't know, 30 minutes outside the door, and then put your Geiger counter and it goes, brrr, it starts going crazy, mate. Wow. So it's just like in the air. But it's not gonna like kill you, but it's just in the air.
So in Cornwall, we got like literally down west from where we live, which is probably 10 or like 15 miles away. They have to have like radiation meters in there. It's just like natural radiation. here. So they literally, so they have to have
because
them.
it can come from the ground as well.
That's right.
And some of them dumping grounds, aren't they?
That's right.
They put like from the what do you call it? From the I can't think. My brains have stopped working. From the submarines, isn't it? The nuclear submarines. They've dumped some stuff around Cornwall as well. Actually, funny enough.
That's right. Yeah, they got literally meters fitted when they have like houses built. They have to survey for it now, literally. So it's crazy. But
and there was some houses in your area. It was like, you can't basically hang your washing out on the line, and they got told to not hang it. But no, even though there's nothing around, but it's still like partly in the ground in places, and like there's water on top of it all, so it starts to evaporate.
Yeah. He was telling that story, Merlin, about that. He's basically saying, is it some sort of jungle that he's on about, that they actually dropped those particles into the clouds? Yeah. They literally dropped it just to literally break them down, basically make it continually rain on the rainforest or whatever it was. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, cloud seeding. Seeding, but there's multiple purposes for it. There's also one purpose is for the cloud seeding to create rain. The second one is for DARPA radar systems and long range like radar systems, over the horizon radar systems, and obviously there's stuff for like the biological effects on us, but also there must be more stuff I don't know. I think I've heard about 4 or 5 different things it can be used for, but they can also use it to project things into the sky, like Chris was saying. They can actually manipulate the particles to become like an LED screen, because they've got the particles. They can harness it with directional beams of energy. It's just crazy, man. You look up in the sky and you'll see like Jesus, or you'll see like some you can see anything. They can make anything up here once they've got it up there. So it's just like a big screen. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, definitely.
You look out your window and you see like just the most random thing. I swear, did I just see a cow like walking in the sky? Like, I don't know.
Carrot cake from? It must be from carrot cake.
No, he says, do any of you know where to eat your carrots? No, he's saying about the saying.
I know what you mean.
Do any of you know where to eat your carrots to see the dark scene? I think it was just they were telling that to the kids long ago so they would eat their carrots. I think that's
that actually, if you eat green vegetables, it's been proven, and I watched this in a scientific study, whether it was rubbish or not. They had people that they actually tested their eyesight afterwards with like light sensitivity and some kind of scientific test. And the people that were on greens for like, I think it was like 2 months or something, they made them eat greens, like, and then the others didn't eat nothing. And the difference between their eyesight was like a lot different, maybe 20% better viewing in the night time and clearer.
Yeah, wow.
Something to do with the greens. Greens are good for you though. You need to eat greens. Do you eat many greens, or do you just? Honey's really good as well.
Well, if we can get some.
No, honey's really good for you, mate.
100%.
Especially when it's not been tampered with, but all the other stuff has, or most of it anyway. I'd say.
Well, that's the stuff. That's the stuff we're hoping to get.
I mean, you get that honey. What's that honey you get from New Zealand and it's really expensive? Is it Yamaka? I can't pronounce it.
Don't know.
What's the honey from New Zealand? It's like a special honey. You get it in like Holland and Barrett, and it costs like £30 or £40 for a wee jar.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I've never heard of it.
You never heard of it? It's meant to have certain. I'm going to look it up. It's a certain type of honey.
I've seen a honey in a Lidl's.
Holland and Barrett.
Yeah, Holland and Barrett.
It's
I mean, it's crazy though when you look at honey, because like when you've got bees. I mean, I'm new to it. I've never done it. I just done it for a bit of fun. I just thought, do you know what? I'll give it a go. And you have like your first boxes for the bees to go in, regenerate, like to have babies and just keep going and going and going.
Right.
And I went there. And when I went there today, and I lifted out the first frame, you wouldn't believe how much work they've done in like the last 2 days. I'm not joking. If they were humans, I'd employ them.
Right, I sent you the link to that honey. It's £100 a jar.
Wow.
I sent it to Lewis. Bring it up on the screen.
All right. was going to say, I was saying to my dad that you did doing your honeybees and that, and he was, and I said like he got lucky because he didn't even put the thing in. He didn't put the framework in for him to start building on. And he just went. You did, didn't you? You just went to. Sorry.
All of a sudden, sorry,
That's all right.
Literally got a massive hailstorm all of a sudden. It's like it's like a thunder hailstorm. My wife just coming, or Mitty, it's not wife, but
came
in and said, "Listen to this." It's like literally hammering the windows. It's like, wow. Yeah.
I got an upgrade. I didn't even know about it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, no, well, you know.
We've been talking about the weather. That's why.
Yeah, I know. It's all of a sudden.
There's one of my subscribers with the name.
Yeah.
That's it.
Manu, yeah, I have heard of it. Yes, that's my brother's. That's Merlin's son.
I can't pronounce it right.
Son. That's Merlin's son. That is.
Because some of the strongest stuff you can get, the 100% stuff for a wee jar, is about £100.
Wow.
I've had the light stuff, the 5%. It's quite good.
There you go. Look, Merlin's case said it was confused the Germans in World War II, and bombers were hitting targets at night, and they used that to cover the real reason, which was newly developed radar. Yeah, from the sky seeding.
But he has to come on and explain it, so he not just drop out halfway through. You know.
Go on, Karen. What was you saying anyway? I've forgotten. Not that I forgot.
About the honey.
Yeah, that's it.
I like honey.
Yeah,
honey's
expensive
really good
stuff. But like when I lifted up that, like I said, that frame today, you could see it all glistening in there. But obviously you've got to leave that for them for the winter. So hopefully when they start building the box above, you get to take a bit. But it's a bit of a long road. But you know, I don't mind. It's fine. Donuts? No, I can't eat no more.
Why?
Because I can't.
Oh no! Oh no!
Well, they look nice.
Yeah, I'm not going to do it. Pip, what are you doing? My little dog's in now. Here, look. Hello, look.
Everybody that comes into these streams have got a dog.
Yeah.
My dog turned up a minute ago as well. He's just sitting on the floor.
Yeah, I've seen your dog.
He's got an alien. He's got an alien on his face up there. And hang on, have a look. Hang on, just there. I don't know if you can see that. Hang on, let me put him forward. Oh, buddy's up pushing. You can't see it. At an angle, you can see it. It looks like an alien.
It's a sign, Lewis.
Don't know, mate. My other dog's got one on her face as well. I know it sounds random that I'm saying that, but the thing is, I took photos of it as well. I'm like, look at that, babe. What's that like? She's like an alien. Like, yeah. It's just what
she was talking about you. She's talking about you.
Yeah. I'm an alien.
You might be. You don't know.
Maybe, mate. Maybe. My whole family are just like they're all alien, and I don't know. I don't know.
No, it's crazy.
I think that I don't know. It's just weird.
When Chris does his Saturday night, which is it not which? So I shouldn't say which. You do your what is it you do on a Saturday, Chris? Is it with what's her name?
Sorry,
Jill.
She'll be coming on. She does Drew's paranormal vlog.
That's right.
She does tarot card readings, but she's also into ghost hunting. I go ghost hunting with her and that.
Have you done it?
And,
have you? Have you seen? Did you see anything?
No. No.
This guy goes ghost hunting. That guy. Hang on. That guy goes ghost hunting, and then the next day or the day after, he's doing a live stream in his car. And I'm seeing orbs. I swear to God, mate, this weren't dust or nothing. I'm seeing orbs flying around him and stuff.
That's just my friends. That's just my
friends. It's because he's calling out all these ghosts, man. I weren't seeing them before, and then all of a sudden these orbs just start flying past when he's talking about them as well. He's like, and we went ghost hunting last night, and then an orb just goes past his head, and I'm like, someone's there.
I will admit, I did get followed, but friendly.
Yeah.
Spirits, if you're near me now, go and visit Craig and Lewis.
No.
Come and see them.
Lewis won't sleep.
Craig has donuts. And shootings. Oh, he's got whiskey. He's got whiskey tea. He's got whiskey. And Lewis has got a big mic. I'm sure he would like to show you his big mic.
Very nice. You want to see me, big mic? There you go. It's not that big.
It is.
I'll show you my golden mic.
But it's
It's a cheap
see,
mic.
the thing is, right? You see with ghosts, right? They're everywhere. I bet you there's loads of ghosts around each one of yous.
It wouldn't surprise me because when she was doing when she got the spirit box out, I was literally lying in bed watching it on my phone, and I was lying there and I was watching it, and she was saying, think of something, think of somebody, and I felt cold, and I felt it didn't feel normal. I wanted to wake my missus up and say, look, I'm fucking scared, but I couldn't because it was just like it didn't feel right. It didn't feel right.
I used to do things with my missus at night. Yeah, she'd be fast.
You used to do things.
No, not like that.
Yeah, here we go.
Hey,
bit too much info, man.
No, but look,
That came out wrong. That came out wrong. That came out wrong. You used to do things with your missus at night.
It goes to sum up. It goes to sum up marriage, doesn't it? Used to.
yeah, exactly. Oh, every Christmas.
And birthdays.
On birthdays, yeah, and birthdays. That's the one. I was just saying, well, she used to be sleeping next to me, like completely out.
Used to be sleeping next to me. Used to be.
She'd have her arm on me.
Watch it back, Lewis. Watch it back.
Ooh.
Used to sleep next to me.
Oh, so when she was sleeping next to me in bed,
Don't let her watch it.
yeah, she won't watch this, mate. She had her arm on me, and
Oh.
and I'd be sitting there, and I used to like call out things in the room. I swear to God, really bad. I used to go like, if anyone's in the room, like I said it quietly, but I didn't say it in my head. If anyone's in the room, like, can you make my missus touch my arm, like squeeze my arm? And I was saying,
You sure it's your arm?
I was like, squeeze.
Is that what you're calling it now, right?
No, little finger.
Anyway, I kid you not. I said
Definitely conspiracies. Definitely conspiracies. This is.
So I said, squeeze my arm, and I counted down in 5, 4, 3.
Choke
2,
it.
Hey, from Canada.
Oh, mate. But anyway, she for some reason
Yeah.
she fell asleep, and she started she squeezed my arm when I was counting down. Yeah, I was like, oh, this is crazy. I actually crapped myself at first. Then I've done it.
Whoa, this is getting weird.
I've done it a second time, which is the same time. Like just afterwards, I've done it again. She had her arm on me, and I asked her to do it again. I mean, she squeezed my arm again, mate. I'm like, fuck, I ain't doing that, mate. Like, whoever's in the room's controlling her, mate. She's fast asleep. She's snoring. There's no way that she.
Oh man!
Oh, right, that's it. Yeah, that's me lot for talking about that.
I'd give up.
She squeezed me other arm a few times.
Talking about your arm too much.
How many arms have you got?
Oh my god.
Oh man! Oh, I got to stop. Merlin's cat. I told some good stories about the scientists that carried down.
Oh, Dan, you're not ruining it, yeah?
They came back from the expedition, changed man.
Yeah.
There's somebody for Canada watching us.
Hey, Freak Show. Like and subscribe if you can, matey. From Canada, hey? From Canada, hey? It's hey at the end of everything, isn't it? Is it Canada? My mate's from Canada.
Did any of you in the chat?
Well, actually, my aunt is.
Did any of you guys in the chat have something feel your arm through the night like Lewis did?
Yeah. Somebody touched his arm. Then he shit himself.
I'm just going to have a look for something on my computer quickly. Hang on.
Oh no, we don't see the pictures.
You know, pictures, mate. I don't think I got any, mate. They might. My missus goes through me. What's it called? Google Drive sometimes. And my mate sends me a load of random stuff. It gets saved to the Google Drive, and she's like, "What's this bird got a penis for?" And I'm like, "For God's sake, mate. I don't know. Where's did you find that? She's like, on Google, in your Google Drive. She's like, what are you downloading? I said, it ain't me. I didn't download it.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh, mate. Oh,
if you don't laugh, you got to have a laugh. See, these challenging times. It's challenging times. See.
Yeah, definitely.
You know? Here he goes, Merlin.
Yeah.
And told about the scientists he carried down there. You need to save it when he comes on and tell us that he needs to literally come on and talk about it, doesn't he, Chris?
What was that?
Merlin needs to come on and talk about it.
Yes, Merlin needs to come on one day. Just to sell if he wants.
That's right.
I'll give him prime time.
Yeah.
Pictures.
I was reading the what do you call it, the messages in the chat.
Aye.
It's different for me. It looks so different. The screen's over here. That's how.
No, I ain't got nothing.
Here's Freaky Show. He says he's stoned.
Stoned on government, eh? Well, who isn't?
Government weed, yeah, it makes you laugh because they're making people smoke it, so it's all letting people smoke it, and that's what woke me up anyway. Smoking the old wacky backy. Oh, I ain't really wacky, but
if you want, Merlin's cat could come on. Your brother could come on next Wednesday. If you want.
Yeah, I'll line it up if he can charge his phone. The thing is, he works on a fishing boat, so he's like up stupid hours in bed too. But like, yeah, definitely, if he's free, he'll come on. Hopefully, but if he can learn to charge his phone, so hopefully he will.
What kind of fishing boat does he work on?
Crab and lobster.
Ooh, I like lobster. Very hard to get now for some weird reason. Lobster is. I mean, I'm in Scotland. It's hard to get.
No,
goes abroad.
Well, that's the same. Most of it, I think I'm right in saying, goes to France. So, but when the whole virus or the lockdown, etc., hit, all the shellfish stopped. They stopped exporting the shellfish. So he's been out of work for quite a while. So they've only now started picking up again. He's only just gone back, but it's hit the fishermen hard over here, really hard. You know, because a lot of it's exported. Well, lorries, etc., couldn't export. So you know, but it's a knock-on effect on everybody, isn't it? It's not just them; it's anybody. But
and there's no one to pick the onions and that now. There's no one to pick the onions and carrots and God knows what.
No way.
We've got plenty of prisoners.
Because they.
I got one for you though, Lewis. Right over here, they have a lot of daffodil pickers and veg pickers, etc., etc. I don't know if it's the same where you are. And it was on the local radio station that they had to fly in so many Romanians, like tons and tons of Romanians. Right, but listen, there's so many people over here that applied for the job but got turned down. Right, but they could, by the click of a button, in the height of the pandemic, they could fly them all over, no problem. But yet there's people over here. But there's people over here applying for it. Why didn't the people ever get the job? Because it's the money, innit? It's like really the farmers. I don't know. Do you know what I mean?
What do you think?
Come on.
I'd love to put a video on it.
What do you think?
With a comedian who takes a mick.
What do you think?
Yeah.
What do you think's what's going to happen when we leave the EU with the fishing in the waters? Because was it Spain and France want to fish? I don't think they should be allowed. It's our waters. It should just be
I don't know. He would be the one to answer that. He might put it in the chat in a minute. I think that if they left the EU, I think that they would be better off in Cornwall, but I don't know about the elsewhere. But I don't know. I'm not in the industry, Chris. Obviously, I'm just a landscaper / builder / bee man.
What's his first name? David. Have you seen the David Mitchell with the farmers?
No, I haven't.
Oh, you got to see it. I don't know if it's going to mess up the video though for the live stream. It won't mess it up, but it might cause a little second of. I don't know if you're going to get. I don't think you'll get a copyright strike for it. Not copyright.
Well, it's not like I've read it. Probably will get a copyright strike.
Let's have
if you mute the volume.
Yeah, but it's the whole part of the actual video. I don't think you will, man. I don't know. I don't know. It's because it's not a BBC production or anything like that. Part 1. Wait on. I'm just looking for it. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you?
So what you all got planned for tomorrow ain't interesting? You got to be chasing your bees about tomorrow? Or?
Tomorrow, I'm literally in the middle of tiling and fitting a new kitchen, so I'm going to continue with that. If I haven't got too much of a hangover, I'll get up and I've got to start ripping out the kitchen. I've started tiling, so that's what I'm on with.
Ah, you got to see it, man. You got to see it. You will laugh. You're gone.
What are you up to, Chris?
A lad. I've got the hills behind me. I'm just got to go a nice walk up into the hills.
It's nice. Well, you are. Looked at it, yeah.
Right, you can see the screen, yeah?
Yeah.
I'll give it full screen.
It's only 1 minute 38. You should be all right.
Hey, you want to make a bit of money? You should do what I did. Get into farming. See this? I got this selling corn. Comes out of the fucking ground. I couldn't believe it. You see that? It's made of chicken. It's actually made of chicken. You kill it, you got free chicken. You can sell it to people. Don't kill it. Fucking eggs come out of their arses. Fucking hell. You know, bit woolly. It's wool. Pull it off, sell it, fucking grow back again. You cannot lose. Brilliant. Don't even need an alarm clock. Unbelievable. It's only 5 in the morning, and I'm right where I was. And while the other poor sod's struggling in on the tube, I'm going to go and get some milk out of a cow. Who's a jammy bastard? Look at all. I'm going to make a fucking fortune.
Oh, it's good, isn't it?
Yeah, brilliant. That sums it up, though. So I don't... I shouldn't swear. Farmers, but...
That's all right.
Oh, man. Have you ever seen a poor farmer?
It's the top of the nose, mate. That's what does it.
Yeah. Have you ever seen a poor farmer?
I'm surrounded by farmers.
Oh,
say
man.
That again. Did they say what?
Have you ever seen a poor farmer? Yeah.
No, I haven't. I've never seen a poor farmer. And they're always moaning about their...
No. Yeah.
Or as my grandmother used to say, have you ever seen a farmer on a bike?
No. You haven't.
You know how much their blimmin' their combine harvesters and all that are worth? A fortune.
Thousands of pounds. And I've never ever do I see a farmer driving around where I live on an open cab tractor like they did years ago. They're on. It's like 1920 plates, isn't it? It's like, come on. They're thousands of pounds. It's like, you're poor. Give that shit. But you know, that's another story, man. I just get pissed off with it. But
yeah.
It's all
a big conspiracy.
Well, there you are.
There's a conspiracy now. Yeah.
What isn't?
It's all going that way.
Talking to my dad the other day, and he was like, "Oh, you're just talking about fake news." It's like, no, I'm not. I was trying to tell him something about the when the first vaccine was the jab was introduced, and it was something like 1780 or something like that. And he was like, "No, it's not. No, it's not." And I got the actual details up, and I showed it to him. Oh, that's just fake news. And you haven't even bloody read it. It's a documented article. You can go and look in history.
It's stuck in here, isn't it?
Yeah, but he is awake to it though, man. He's awake, but he's just doesn't listen because he's still semi-programmed, if you want to call it that.
My mum's the same. I've had her on the phone tonight talking about it and about the subject, and she's just absolutely brainwashed by it all. And I'm like, listen, you've just got it, and they're like on about bringing in the, and I'm just like, oh man, her business is cleaning. She looks after so many holiday homes where I live. Well, obviously that's not happening because they're not allowed to come down and stay. So she said to me today that the owners have contacted them, and do you want to take it on, etc., etc. It's quite good money actually doing it. But I don't know. I just think BBC. I shouldn't say it, but like is well, you know who owns that, don't you? But
Doom Show.
It's just like, come on, you've got to wake up. It's but I get told off, so I shouldn't go into it too much.
If it's not on the TV, then it's not real. That's just kind of.
This is it. But but the good thing is, the more and more people I found that I spoke to, and like I said to you earlier on, outside of like well-to-do people who own properties, etc., they're waking up to it. They are waking up, and I picked up on it. They are waking up, so hopefully they do, and they see the big picture instead of this little tiny.
Too late.
Well, maybe it will be, and you're right, Chris. Yeah, I think it could be, but what can you do? So, don't know. We just got to go with it, haven't we?
I think it's control. I think there's the part. I think it's just to do with. I think it's to do with artificial intelligence, as well as turning us into cyborgs in a way. I really think that's what's going on, mate. I can explain in detail about it, but I'm not going to go into it.
No, you can.
Before about the synthetics and all that. It's like pretty much our lifeline. That is what it is. I think that's my opinion anyway. And I could prove it to you as well. I could literally bring articles up and go into depth and show you how it all associates and how it combines and blah 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 blah. But I'll just it will take me about 3 or 4 hours to talk about it, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. But I think there's some kind of genetic manipulation system they're putting in place, and I think maybe this jab's something to do with it all, to like connect it all up as well.
It makes you wonder.
Something else, maybe.
It makes you wonder what it's got to be like in about 20 years. That's the thing.
Oh, totally different. Totally different. I know that me and Merlin because he'd done a job with me not long ago, and like we're genuine people like you guys, and we was in a car park at Aldi actually getting some shopping. We were going to have a barbecue that evening, and we came out of the shop, and I was putting the stuff in the back of the van, and I won't obviously mention any key points, but we put stuff in the back of the van, and this sort of, I would say she was like 60-ish, and she said, "Oh, can I come to your barbecue?" And I was laughing. Her, yeah, if you want, you can come. And she said, "Yeah." And then all of a sudden, she sort of opened up and said, I'm quite upset. I said, "What's the matter?" And she said that she had a family relative that was terminally ill, basically with cancer, and they knew that he was going to die, basically, and he went into hospital, and basically he passed away. And what was written on his death certificate, and she was heartbroken, absolutely heartbroken in the car park. And Merlin stood next to me, and we was like, "Wow!" And she was like, "We just cannot believe what they've done, etc., etc." And and it just goes to show, doesn't it? That's just normal people out there, and it's just sad. But why is that?
Yeah, because they're trying to push this jab. I call it the jab because that's something they can't really go. Oh, it's a jab, isn't it? It's like a
microchip.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's something like that. Yeah, and there's Doom saying the same about the aliens are coming. I think so as well. I think there's going to be some kind of plan. Well, that's what that Elon Musk was saying. What Chris said the other day, didn't you? About Elon Musk and Doom said it actually in his video, didn't he?
It was on Doom's video. Doom Show said that Elon Musk's pal, what's his name?
Joe
Rogan.
Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan had said we're 2 disasters away from an alien invasion.
Yeah.
It
wouldn't surprise me.
It's like how does he not wonder why is he saying that? He must have the. And when Elon Musk talks about all this sort of this technology connecting to the brain and all that, it's already pretty much there, mate. I honestly think it is. I think he's just basically putting it out there. I really think it is.
Not 100%.
Because how I can explain it is you can't go from being in a good mood to then being in a really bad depressive state for no reason, right? No. You can be manipulated with your Wi-Fi and all that. They can use that against you. But also how you can have normal thoughts in your head, and then all of a sudden your mind could be racing, even though you're not you're not in a sort of that state to think about anything. You know, I've had that before. Like when for no reason, and it's not because I'm having a breakdown or anything like that. I'm just thinking like someone's like forcing this information into my head, or something's making me replay what I'm thinking, or you know what I mean? It doesn't. It's just weird. Yeah. This happened at the start of the so-called plan. You know what I'm talking about. But yeah, well, I was just laying in bed and I just kept thinking like real negative, but for no reason. And I wasn't even bothered about it because I kind of knew it was all hocus pocus, or some people believe it's real. But yeah, and then I was getting these feelings, and it's like it's not my own feelings. It's like someone's almost like making me feel that, and making me. Sometimes you feel really happy for no reason. You're like, hang on a minute, why am I feeling so like overly happy like inside? Do you know what I mean? You've got to think about that. It's all to do with these Neuralink things he's talking about. It must be.
Yeah. Doom Show's saying, tell us more, Merlin. He was obviously live earlier on, but he ran out of battery. But he will come on and hopefully have a chat at some point, won't he? So if he can learn to charge his phone.
Wednesday.
Yeah, well, come on, definitely. I don't have to be on. I can let him come on with you guys, and I can just sit and chill in the chat, can I? So, as long as Lewis don't start talking about, you know, his home life.
Big arms touching him through the night.
That's scary, man.
The big microphone as well.
But he didn't say what he woke up next to.
There you go.
Brilliant.
Well, he likes his arm touched through the night. That's all we're saying.
Well, this is it. He likes to be stroked.
Up and down and down and up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and get some tonight, guys.
Okay. Yeah, you might be lucky, mate.
You know what? I actually like a nice arm tickle. Nothing like an arm tickle or a back scratch. You know, a tickle or back.
Or
there you go. What's
Taste Guy Watcher.
What's your missus' name called again, Steve?
Sky Watcher.
Sky Watcher. Steve.
I better have no more. I better have no more rum. I think I'm pretty much near getting through the bottle. Look. Getting close, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Go for it.
No, not.
I think you should have one more.
One more.
Stevens. What's your first name? Stevens. What's your first name?
Hello. My missus is laughing at me now.
Yeah, saying you're going to give him a nice back tickle or scratch tonight, Samantha.
No, she won't do it. Oh,
what about massage?
That was the aliens.
What about massage?
Massage? Nah, nothing, mate. I got more chance of sleeping in a dog bed.
I'll tell you what, I bought something called a massage Kiki. It's called. In China. It's called a massage. It's like a massager with these two balls on it. Yeah, it's a handheld one. It's really good for your back. Really good. No, it's not.
You're going on about arms and balls.
They are like Doom. Yeah, well, it's not whiskey, it's rum, but I'm getting through it. I'm loving it.
Is Doom Show on?
Yeah, he's on. My missus just says Doom Show on. Yeah, he's on.
Okay, guys.
Okay. He hasn't bought a video yet, though, but he needs to. We can have a drink together. Yes. Let's do it.
Okay, guys. Okay.
I am, yeah. Okay, guys. Chris, did you strangle the engineer in the end or not?
No.
By
the time I went out, he was away.
What was he doing?
Skywatch.
Fiddling with the line. They put new copper wire up or something. I don't know what they're doing. He was doing the next door neighbour's phone line.
Wow. And he unplugged you?
They unplugged half the street.
I don't need a cup of tea. I got this.
Wow. What's that, Merlin's cat? Loose lip sync ships, they were rounded up.
Loose lip sync ships, they were rounded up. Oh, he's lost it. I think he's been drinking too much whiskey.
He's drunk.
Doom Show, last train out, girls drunk my whiskey. Who's that? Girls?
Chris, maybe.
I'm happy though.
Gris? There's somebody mentioned the forbidden word.
I know Skywatcher footage, maybe I don't know. All right, bud. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, what was it called? They were called the old UFOs were called back in the war. What are they called? The Foo Fighters, weren't they? That's what they were named. Foo Fighters, yeah.
Battle in Los Angeles.
The Foo Fighters. They were the unknown objects that were flying around in the war, but they weren't anyone's arms, like no one's planes, and they weren't German or something like that. Doom Show will know all about that. Foo Fighters. Do a video on Foo Fighters, Doom.
I've done it again. I've done it again. I know.
Mate.
More than blue tack. I need super glue. Yeah. I keep knocking my phone over. I don't know what's going on here. I think it's the whiskey.
There's Jill.
Down under the ice.
There's Jill got a message.
Forever. I don't know about time going backwards, but I have been reading ancient knowledge of how to slow time down. But this is just a free for all by the looks of it. We're having a free for all.
Well, you got to, ain't you? That's part of it. That's life, living.
Slow time down. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can slow time down when something's really boring. It makes the time go slow. So I suppose if I'm talking too much, then the time's going to go real slow.
I don't know about that, Lewis.
I'm joking. I hope I'm not that boring.
No. Definitely not. But yeah, you have to rig up a evening, and we'll get Merlin on to give it, talk about his topics, that if he can sort of brave it.
I would do that, no bother. Tomorrow night's the spooky night. I'll get some spirits to visit you.
Buddy.
No, yeah, you can do. What's he said now? Merlin said, how do you explain 200 ton of granite blocks put together so precise that you couldn't fit a razor blade between in the thousands of years ago? So advanced they're here. They are always have been. Yes, true. I saw what he's saying. He showed me a picture of it when I don't know where it was now. You might put it in the chat, but like how they literally molded like massive boulders together, and you couldn't even put a razor blade between the joints.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And how they were perfectly aligned and stuff like that.
Absolutely perfect.
Yeah. Within like something of an inch, like just like the smallest of a margin or whatever it is.
Such a small gap, yeah. And I do that for a living, like stone wall, etc., and like just looking at that, it's like wow, crazy. All those years back, and the stones you can't even lift. You wouldn't even be able to lift them. By a human wouldn't be able to lift them, would they? So, apart from me, I would be able to, but
But my dad was a bricklayer for we've been a bricklayer quite a few years, and he was saying when he said that, he's like, "There's no way. It's just too perfect." He says definitely either very advanced beings on the earth or their ETs may have done it with some kind of devices, crafts or whatnot. What was I going to say? Someone put levitation. Yeah, it could be levitation, but it must be levitation to get them there. But there's got to be something that crafted it. And I know that there's some on the side of the pyramids. There's some around the pyramids. There's some like really smoothly carved stones, which is so like I can't explain it. They're like, it looks like it's been done perfectly by a machine, but it's like better than what a machine could do. If that makes sense. It just
that makes sense, does it?
It just don't make sense. No, it don't make sense. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh. Well, you are, Chris.
That's us at 1:18. So do you want to end the stream? Because I've got a stream tomorrow, and then I've got that one on Monday, and then I'll get your brother on if you want on Wednesday.
Yeah, we'll try and get him on. Obviously, so he's fixed with his fishing. But yeah, if I'll message you and see how he's fixed. Yeah, so.
Machu Picchu. Machu Picchu. What is Picchu? So you just put that. Doom just put it. Machu Picchu and the pyramids. That's the place Machu Picchu is.
Is Doom having a drink tonight or not? Is he having a whiskey or is he just chilling? He's working long hours, isn't he? He said so. I wonder if he's having a little one watching tonight.
Sorry, Chris. I didn't mean to interrupt on you, mate. Sorry to interrupt.
Me? No, I wasn't saying nothing.
You were like,
I wasn't saying nothing.
I keep speaking and then we just go on to a different subject. Sorry, mate.
Well, it's pretty random when I come on.
Something, mate.
I don't blame you, Doom. Have a small one. That's a ticket. Yeah. No, that's right. It's good.
Just a small one.
Got to have a small one.
Right, guys. Right, guys, I'll end the live stream now. Thanks for coming on, Craig. Looking forward to more videos for your bees.
But
And
listen,
I'll catch you all.
We can't guarantee what Lewis is going to get up to in bed tonight. So I can't wait to get updated.
Yeah, we probably just
like paranormal activity.
100%. 100%.
18 rated version.
Thank you. Catch you later, guys.
Catch you later, guys.
Cheers.